Hey guys, it's Vidar from Gentleman Gaming here, bringing you another episode of Learn the League. This episode we are going to talk about solo queue. How can you successfully stall out and win a game where you got smashed in the early game? The game that will be played in the background is a trio queue game around Diamond 5 MMR where I play Jinx. We fall behind and try to pick ourselves up this game. In solo queue, majority of games are long, and after a team gets a lead they don't really close it out. In most cases under high diamond, I would say people don't really know how to close out the game. People also tend to take the win for granted as soon as they obtain the high gold advantage over their opponents, so they play much more greedy. In lower divisions, people don't really use the value of objectives, and instead they just chase for kills all game long. Why are people playing like that when winning though? That's because usually when people get behind they tend to panic. They overextend, they start being much more proactive than they did before, and this usually leads to a painful death because they keep throwing themselves at stronger enemies. By knowing this, you can really abuse it and win a lot of games from it. When you fall behind in League of Legends, it can be really painful and hard to stay focused. But I promise you, if you want to gain elo, it's the games that you lose the early game you gain the most benefit from staying focused. When behind, you should always look for the enemies to do the proactive move, because in solo queue they usually overcommit to a dive or just don't do anything. You should aim to just respond whatever the enemies is throwing at you and farm as much as possible if they ain't doing a proactive move. Assuming the enemy team plays stupid when ahead is a thing you can do in solo queue. It will work in most cases. So just like we do this game, we wait for the enemies to do a mistake, then we respond to it, and just by playing passive like that you can successfully stall out the game. The gold lead the enemy team has will matter less once you stall out the game, so playing for late game when behind is always a good thing. It helps though that our comp is built for the late game. We have Jinx AD carry, Braum support, Lulu top lane, and Lux mid lane. Doesn't really matter that we have Evelynn jungle that isn't really the best late game jungler. But with our protect the AD carry comp we can really do things in the later portions of the game. So we should look to group and not split this game. If we siege and defend together we are much stronger. Once we split we get almost instantly punished from it. Like you saw there, I split from my team and Quinn instantly got a big chunk of my HP. So by identifying your win conditions like this when you're behind, it's really important. If you are a comp that is looking to group like ours, we should always stay together and play really carefully when we split. Although if you're playing a split push composition like you have Zed mid lane and Trundle top lane or something like that, you can't group. You need to play for your win conditions. So you can just split push and stall out the game like that. It's really effective as well. You just have to do what's best for your composition. Here you see me doing something stupid. I'm chasing for a kill. I should absolutely not have done that. I'm the main part of our composition, so if I die we don't really have a lot left to defend. But it worked out alright anyway. Here the enemy team goes for Baron and we try to defend it. You see me stepping a bit too forward with Jinx. I'm a bit out of position, and that's why Jin is able to trade his life for me. I kind of did not expect a 1000 crit in my face. But it's alright anyways, because Jin died for it, so they don't have a AD carry alive besides Quinn, of course. So it's okay, and you see here, we always wait for them to do the proactive move, and then we respond. We play really cautious and don't overextend, and by doing so we can successfully win some fights. Our front line goes down really quickly here, but after they kill our front line they split up and we stay grouped, so we are able to pick 2 kills off. But as usually this game, their Shyvana will end up being a pain in the ass and try to backstab our base all the time. So you see here he got the inhibitor, but we eventually got a kill on him. And after that we try to group mid and push and punish them for that mistake. But it doesn't really do much in the end, because they are pushing bot lane and we are not strong enough to brute force mid lane without a minion wave. So we end up backing, clearing waves, and just farm up. I'm at 5 items right now, and I'm on my way to my 6th item. And once I have that, I will be pretty much unstoppable, because I have a Lulu and Braum to protect me. Here they are going for the Baron, and Quinn is flanking us and splitting from the team, so we're happily picking off that kill. But we lost the Baron, but it's okay in anyways. They actually have 5 dragons now and the Baron buff, so it's gonna be a real hard time for us to defend if we let them group up. But you see, they are splitting all the time and we stay grouped. We lost one inhibitor, but we successfully defended the other one, and so it's totally okay. And they overstay and we eventually chase them down. We get a kill on Lux, but Jin escapes. And as I mentioned earlier, Shyvana was a pain in the ass and took down our second inhibitor there. But it's okay. They split up all the time, so we always look for picks when they overextend. And Lux got a really good binding on Jin there and one-shotted her. So we managed to chase them off our 3rd inhibitor turret and managed to successfully defend that. And here the Baron is respawning soon, so we are warding it up so we can contest it, hopefully. Here Shyvana tries to do the backdooring she have tried all game and gets punished for it. She should not be in that position at all. So we get a kill, and here we're rushing dragon, because this is their 2nd, 5th dragon if they get it, and we haven't gotten a single one yet. And the dragon has a really high gold value such late in the game like this, because it's percentage more stats, and the later the game goes the value gets bigger. And here in this team fight we are just much stronger, because our comp is superior in the late game and for team fighting. You can see me running around with 700 movement speed, shooting rockets everywhere, and I'm really strong at this point. So we can basically win that fight and then rush mid lane and try to brute force some turrets. We just want the turrets and them back off, but because Dalbello missed that ultimate, we eventually have to back. And here Shyvana is trying the backdoor thingy again, and he gets punished for it. That Shyvana, she shouldn't try to backdoor. They can win by split pushing just. But we eventually get that, and then we group and push mid lane because we want the inhibitor, and if they misplay we can eventually even end the game because we are so strong at the moment. I have 6 items, and you see Queen is trying to intercept us, and we just simply one-shots her. And well, you see here my power. Late game Jinx with a Lulu speed is not a fun experience for the enemy team. And we get a lot of Nexus turrets down here, but you see us overextending a bit. We turn this fight because I outplay them mechanically, but eventually I dive too deep and die of Queen spawning. So what we have to do now is just wait for when we spawn, and then we group up again mid lane and look to finish this game. They instantly tries to engage on us, but we kite back and then chase them, because if they can't really burst me down, there's not anyone who is going to kill me over the consistent Lulu shields and speeds I get. So by playing to our win conditions, we were able to finish this game. And it's really important, if you get behind, that you stay focused and play as a team. We not only won this game because our superior late game comp, we also played it out correctly and better than the enemy team by grouping and trusting in each others. Hope this game shows you that you can win any game in solo queue as long as you stay focused and play as a team. This game was brought to you by Jinx, and remember guys, stay fresh.